Hey guys, Aaron here. Today we're going to be replacing the transmission mount on this Nissan Titan. Now these procedures will be the same years 2004 through 2015. The only change is if it's going to be two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. The mounts that are on a four-wheel drive truck are a lot shorter and are a lot different than the mounts on a two-wheel drive truck. The mounts on a two-wheel drive truck actually bolt to the transmission itself, where on a four-wheel drive truck you have the mount actually bolting to the transfer case. Now this truck we're working on today is a 2008 Nissan Titan with about 226,000 miles. You can easily see that the mount is torn right at the base of the urethane right here. That's a good indication. When I jack up this transmission, you're actually going to see it will completely lift off of the subframe right here. I'll go ahead and include a link in the description for both the two-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive mount, along with some aftermarket options for durability and a little bit better design. So before we begin, let's go ahead and go over the parts we're going to need to get the job done. Alright, so we're going to need a 17mm socket, a 17mm open-end wrench, good size hammer, a breaker bar, a pry bar, a 1/2-inch ratchet. I'm actually going to be using my impact instead of the ratchet, but the ratchet works just as well. That we're going to want to do is remove the three 17mm nuts that hold our mount to our subframe here. If you have an impact gun, it works really well. If not, you're going to need a breaker bar because these nuts are on really tight. Now the next thing that we're going to want to do is go ahead and jack up the transfer case. If you have a two-wheel drive model, go ahead and take your jack with a big piece of wood and you can actually lift up on the transmission pan. Make sure you get something with a large surface area so you don't end up denting or puncturing a hole inside of the pan. Once we have that lifted up, we're free to go ahead and remove the 4 bolts that hold on our subframe. Now in a four-wheel drive model, we're only going to be able to lift the transmission up about 1 inch. That's perfect amount for us to go ahead and drop this frame. Now before we remove these bolts, you want to put some WD-40 or some kind of oil on these threads. I've seen where they've been rusted up and they're very hard to remove that way. After we have these soaked, go ahead, take your 17mm socket and remove these nuts. Now that our hardware is removed, we can go ahead and pry down the crossmember here. If you're having a hard time prying it down with just a normal pry bar, you can try getting a large hammer and eventually it'll come out. Now that our cross member's out of the way, all we have to do is remove 2 bolts with their 17mm socket. Now from here, it's pretty much reverse procedure. We're going to go ahead and bolt in our new mount and put everything back together. Now that our transmission crossmember is installed, we can go ahead and lower our transmission and transfer case and then put in the 3 nuts that hold in the transmission mount. that's pretty much it. The last thing to do is to test drive the vehicle and to make sure that everything is seated properly. Well guys, just finished up with a test drive and the vehicle feels a lot smoother. No more harshness when shifting or braking or anything like that. So I hope this video has helped you out. If it has, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave something in the comment section, guys. Thanks for watching as always. See you next time.